and I would say the NFL trade deadline is Tuesday. And I think that you're going to see more trades that are made between now and then that'll come down. I don't know how many, but we've seen already in the NFL 8. There have been 8 so far in the month of October leading into the trade deadline. I would say we'll get between now and Tuesday 5 more. 5, just a random over-under guess, giving us 13 in the month leading up to the deadline. Maybe it'll be 7, maybe it'll be 3, but I'm going to guess 5 more. Just a guess.
All right. Denver Broncos going to be one of those involved with one of those trades? What do you think?
They've called around. I wouldn't shock me. I don't know of anything that they're close to right now, but I think you're always listening. And here's the amazing thing. Here's where I think sometimes it's hard to predict these things. Aiden Hutchinson and the Lions were talking about a deal. I was checking in on that deal all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have told you it's not getting done. And then all of a sudden, it turned over the last couple of days and they got it done.
Mm-hmm.
So I could say, I don't think Denver's getting a deal done. I think they're making calls. I really don't know whether they will or they won't. My point is things change. There'll be teams on Sunday that win or lose that pull back players if they win, that lose, that make players available. Maybe there's a phone conversation between the Broncos GM, George Payton, on Monday with somebody that we're not even thinking right now, and a team is in more of a sell mode than they would have been because they lost. There's a lot of circumstances that change. It changes week to week. So my guess is Denver's going to be making calls. Every team will, especially if you're winning, and you just see if anything can get done off that.
Yeah, I thought I saw in one of your million hits you do that you'd mentioned the Broncos had made some phone calls about wide receivers.
Yep.
But like you said, things change quick. The Broncos tried to claim 2 tight ends this week. They didn't get them because they weren't high enough on the waiver wire. Now they signed Mercedes Lewis. Do you still think wide receiver, even though there's a couple other positions, tight end, maybe left guard, would make the most sense for the Broncos if they did make a move?
By the way, and what I would say to that would be, they were calling a wide receiver earlier in the month, and then all of a sudden Pat Bryant steps up and Troy Franklin steps up.
Mm-hmm.
It's a perfect example. Bill Parcells used to say that if you trade for a veteran, sometimes they become progress stoppers to the young guys.
Right.
And so if you trade for a wide receiver that you could use, would that hinder the development this season of some of their young? I don't know. That's up for them to determine. But I could see them, potentially making calls again on wide receiver. I could see them making calls on a tight end. Clearly, they are in search of one, unless they feel like the 41-year-old Mercedes Lewis is a marvel.
How about that, though?
That guy, first of all, you don't play to the age of 41 on talent. You play because you're a stellar person with a stellar mind, and that guy's always I don't know if you guys have had a chance. Tyler probably played with him, but he's an impressive guy.
Yeah.
Actually, we haven't even asked you that. You ever block Mercedes Lewis? You ever go against him?
Well, that would be tough for us to do,
for a tight end,
considering
he's
the
a
fact
pass
that
rusher.
I played tackle and he played tight end.
Maybe you just were fooling around in the locker room.
Again, what time's the bus come?
Yeah, seriously. Just point me in that direction.
Good Lord, man. Have I ever block a tight end? Is that what you just asked me?
All right, you know what? The two of you. I've kind of...
What's going on? What's going on in the league with quarterbacks? Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, JJ McCarthy. Are we getting all these guys back?
Lamar is going to play tonight. He is going to play for the first time in 4 games. Missed the last 3 with a hamstring injury. Lamar's not going to miss going back to Florida, where he's from. No way. That's I'm not going to tell you that. And then Jaden Daniels has been practicing in full. I expect that he's going to play on Sunday night against Seattle. Their season's kind of on the line. Kyler Murray, they said, is preparing him to start today, so I expect him to start Monday night against Dallas. I expect Bryce Young to start against the Packers. I think Michael Penix will start against the Patriots. Don't know that yet, but I think that. Joe Flacco up in the air still, though he was back at practice today, which is a good sign for the Bengals.
Do you think that Baltimore can still win the North?
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Well,
they're 2-5 right now. I think they're 2-5. Pittsburgh is, what is Pittsburgh's record? I don't even know off the top of my head. 4-4.
Is that what it is?
No, they're better than that, I think.
5-3.
I can look it up here in a second. Steelers 4-3.
Okay, so they're 4-3, and Baltimore's 2-5, and they have to play 2 more times.
Yeah.
And if you look at Baltimore's schedule, Baltimore's schedule is very favorable. Now, here's the deal. If you're not playing good football, and Baltimore hasn't early in the year, you're not going to win. But if you're playing better, get some guys back, then you'll have a chance to win. You'll have a chance to win the division too.
Only 1% of teams, reading from ESPN.com, only 1% of teams in NFL history have started 1-5 or worse and rebounded to make the playoffs. So that is 4 teams ever.
I wonder if anybody's ever rebounded. I got to check on this. If anybody's ever rebounded from 1-5 to win the division.
How about that? Hey, but check. That's funny you say that. Keep reading. ESPN analytics give the Ravens a 43.2% chance of winning the AFC North. How about that?
At 2-5.
Right. So despite how terrible they are because of the division itself, they still have analytically a 43% chance of winning the division.
I won the NFC West with the losing record one year.
That is pretty wild.
It's and by the way, like, do you feel confident that Pittsburgh is going to win that division?
No. I think they're on the precipice of like falling apart. Like I don't believe in what's going on in there at all, Adam. Do you?
I have. I mean, their defense has not played well. They're an older team. I would think they're going to get. My guess would be that they'll fade a little bit more. I don't know if they'll get stronger as the later the season goes. I don't know if they're built like that. I will say they might. I mean, a lot of highly accomplished players with great resumes, but they've been around for a while.
All right. We've got the. Hold on a second. I got you here.
Breaking news.
Yes, hold on. Yeah, an NFL team has started 1-5 and won its division. It's the 2020 Washington football team, but they finished 7-9 to win the AFC East.
Adam's trying to give us breaking news.
Oh, sorry, Adam. Go ahead. Sorry.
Prince Andrew has been stripped of his royal title.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
What time is the bus? I mean, we can make that. Prince Andrew. Well, okay. I mean, that's an Epstein thing. So.
Yep.
Politics. Fun.
Just passing it along.
I appreciate. Hey, what would we do without you? That we would have never figured that one out. We appreciate it. The Texans. Who are the Texans, Adam? What is this team?
Good question. They have a really good defense. The offense is underachieved. They don't have a running game much right now, although Woody Marks, their rookie, is making a play to be more involved. Joe Mixon hasn't played all year. We don't know when and if he'll play again for them. Certainly can't count on that. I think what's disappointing about them is that 2 years ago, they were like the young darlings of the NFL.
Yes.
And then,
yes.
And then this year they've been okay. They've been okay this year. Like they beat the 49ers at home last week. Like they're okay, but they've been a 500 team or so this year. What's their record right now?
They're 3-4. They're 3-4. They lost their first 3, but they've won 3 out of their 4. They did beat the Niners, but they put up a turd game against the Seahawks where they were +3 and still lost the game. Like, to me, they're a very 6-7 sort of team, Adam.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Like, until they prove otherwise, I think they win 7-8 games this year, 7, 8, 9 games maybe if it goes their way. They have some great defensive players. Are
the Broncos a hot new team to talk about, by the way? Are people like kind of looking at 77 points on offense in the last 2 weeks and like, something there?
That's this week. They're coming off a resounding victory over the Dallas Cowboys. But the previous 2 weeks, they struggled to beat the Jets. They struggled to beat the Giants. Right. So we're saying, what's wrong with the Broncos? Now you're asking me if they're this team that's a darling where people are talking about them. Like, it's a week-to-week league. If they lose you'll be ripping them next week. If they win this week, then all good. So it's just, that's how it is always, right? Like that's just the way it goes.
All right. Got anything else for Adam? I don't want to leave any meat on the table.
Please.
If there's anything, I mean, we Prince Andrew, that's cool. How's Taylor Swift doing? She doing all right? Hey, how do you like your new coworkers there on the NBA broadcast? How do you think how's all that fitting in there?
Well, they're working out of a studio in Atlanta, so they're my coworkers, but it's not like our paths cross. I did do a discussion with Charles Barkley in New York City about a month ago on a Friday night. He and I entertained a small, intimate corporate gathering.
That's cool.
And Charles was incredible. Like he he really was something else to spend time with. In fact, I texted my former colleague and good friend Adrian Wojnarowski. I said, "Hey, Charles Barkley loves you," and he goes, "I mean, I could read you this text. Like, I don't think." Yeah, I go. He said, "Charles is the best. He always has time for everybody," and I'm like, "That's exactly who he is." Like, I'm at this event tonight, and no matter who comes over, no matter what it is, like, he's sitting there talking. Like, he is very impressive the way he handles himself with everybody.
That's awesome.
Hey, tell Will Compton I'm old enough to remember when he used to hide his teeth before he got the veneers.
Wow.
And I do, and I do, and I do miss our cold tub sessions.
And what?
And I do miss our cold tub sessions.
I am definitely going to use that on air next week. So do me a favor. Text me of some Will, and then I'm going to say on the Start a Get Up next week.
I love it.
That's a riot. Oh, hold on. Tyler, do you have Adam's phone number?
I do have Adam's. Well, we DM. I don't know if I got his phone number, but we've DM'd before.
All right, Adam. You know.
Yeah.
T-Mac next got my number. Send me a reminder like on Wednesday night. Hey, whatever it is that Will C used to hide his teeth and whatever other dirt you got on the guy.
I will.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
On national TV and blow his mind.
I love it.
Morning.
All right, Adam, I got to bust a catch. I'll talk to you later. We'll see you.
Hey, D-Mac,
Yeah.
the trade day Tuesday, it might be busy. Be ready to ask me about it next Thursday, okay?
I'm making a note. I appreciate it, Adam. Thank you. Hey, by the way, how many innings are in the Super Bowl? You know what? Never mind. I'll talk to you later. We'll see you, Adam Schefter.